A tired body can sleep to rest, but a weary mind needs prayer to revive. Perhaps all of us have experienced moments of exhaustion so overwhelming that we just want to give up everything. When the body is weary, a good night's sleep can restore it. But when the mind is tired, when the heart is filled with anxiety, stress, or depression, sleep alone is not enough. Sometimes we lie down, close our eyes, but the mind still races with countless thoughts. Sleeping is easy, but finding peace of mind is hard. It is in those moments that prayer ceases to be merely a religious ritual and becomes a profound remedy for the soul. In modern society, mental pressure is like a silent but widespread disease. Millions suffer from anxiety disorders, and millions more live with chronic stress. Depression is no longer rare. It has become a global issue. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that hundreds of millions of people worldwide are undergoing treatment for mental health disorders. Even more frightening, many choose silence, hiding their struggles and battling alone in the dark until they are utterly exhausted. So, is there a way to regain balance? A way to calm the chaos of the mind? A way to find peace amidst life's turmoil? The answer is prayer. Prayer is not just reciting a few verses or repeating familiar words. Prayer is a conversation, a dialogue with oneself, with the Creator, or with the divine force one believes in. In prayer, we let go of burdens, release anxieties, and give the mind a true space to rest. If sleep heals the body, prayer is the deep sleep of the soul, a soft pillow for the spirit. It is no coincidence that, since ancient times, people have turned to prayer in times of anxiety. A worried mother clasps her hands to pray for her child. A father, burdened by family responsibilities, sighs and seeks divine help. During wars, natural disasters, or illness, prayers rise like a soothing melody for a troubled mind. Today, modern science is beginning to recognize that prayer is not just a spiritual practice, but also a method to manage stress, reduce anxiety, and stabilize mental health. Studies have shown that when people pray, brain regions associated with peace, connection, and safety are activated. This reduces stress hormones like cortisol while promoting relaxation. Prayer can be described as a window of peace that anyone can open without cost or medication, requiring only sincerity. It doesn't promise to erase all problems, but it certainly changes how we view them. And often, changing our perspective is the first step toward healing. If a wound on the skin is easily visible, wounds of the mind are hidden deep within, far harder to detect and heal. In today's society, the number of people suffering from stress, anxiety, and depression is rising, becoming a silent epidemic that few dare to acknowledge, especially in Asia. Many still view discussing mental health as a sign of weakness or unimportant. But the truth is, unchecked mental strain can destroy a person's life if not addressed in time. Stress is a natural response to pressure. A little stress can keep us alert, focused, and able to overcome challenges. But chronic stress becomes a relentless burden. Today, people face countless pressures: academic pressure, work pressure, financial pressure, social pressure, and even the pressure to live up to others' expectations. Young people worry about finding jobs or starting families. Middle-aged individuals stress over providing for their families and raising children. The elderly face stress from illness, loneliness, or feeling forgotten. Stress doesn't just exhaust the mind, it triggers physical symptoms: headaches, insomnia, rapid heartbeat, digestive issues, and weakened immunity. Worse, chronic stress can lead to serious conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or even cancer. Experts call stress the silent killer of the 21st century. Unlike stress, which is often tied to a specific cause, anxiety is like a lurking shadow. Those with anxiety carry a vague, unexplainable fear that leaves them breathless, with racing hearts, always on edge. A student facing exams may be anxious about failing. A new employee may fear they're not competent enough. A mother may worry constantly about something terrible happening to her child. This lingering anxiety erodes the ability to enjoy life. Prolonged anxiety can escalate into an anxiety disorder, a mental health condition requiring medical treatment. In fact, some otherwise healthy individuals experience shortness of breath, dizziness, or fainting due to panic attacks caused by anxiety. If stress is a flame and anxiety a shadow, depression is the darkness that engulfs. Those with depression lose their joy in life, feeling empty, hopeless, and unmotivated. Things that once brought happiness, music, friends, work, become burdens. The WHO estimates that over 280 million people worldwide suffer from depression. Sadly, many do not seek help, fearing judgment or being seen as weak. As a result, depression is a leading cause of suicide, especially among young people. Depression is not just feeling sad for a few days. It is a real illness that can devastate health, work, relationships, and futures. Our ancestors had their own worries: famine, war, disease. So why, in an era of improved material conditions, do people still fall into stress, anxiety, and depression? Several reasons stand out. Competitive pressure. The modern world pushes people to race, succeed, and outdo others. Social media, perfect lives displayed online lead to self-comparison and feelings of inadequacy. Lack of real connection. Despite thousands of online friends, many feel lonely in real life. Neglecting mental rest. People care for their bodies, diet, exercise, but rarely nurture their souls. Amidst these pressures, prayer emerges as a soothing balm for the soul. When stressed, anxious, or depressed, pausing for a few minutes to pray can interrupt the chaos of thoughts. Prayer is like pressing a reset button for the mind, bringing us to a state of calm. For the stressed, prayer teaches letting go, realizing we can't control everything, and trusting in a higher power. For the anxious, prayer provides an anchor, a sense of safety in divine embrace. For the depressed, prayer sparks hope, giving reason to believe life still has meaning. Prayer doesn't replace medication or therapy, but it complements them, nurturing the soul. Studies show that those with a prayerful life experience less stress, lower anxiety, and reduced risk of depression. Mental pressures like stress, anxiety, and depression are widespread diseases of our time. They harm not only the soul, but also the body and overall life. Yet, in this darkness, prayer is a light, a spiritual lifeline. It not only brings momentary peace, but lays the foundation for lasting healing. Prayer as a form of meditation to calm the mind. Modern humans often live in a state of information overload. Every day we absorb thousands of news snippets, images, and sounds from phones, social media, work, and studies. The mind becomes restless, unable to focus or rest. When the mind is constantly racing, it breeds anxiety, stress, and exhaustion. This is why practices like meditation, yoga, or prayer, which slow the stream of thoughts, are increasingly valued. If meditation is a widely recognized spiritual psychological method to calm the mind, prayer is a special form of meditation, blending both mental and spiritual elements. Stillness. Both prayer and meditation require a quiet space to disconnect from external noise and turn inward. Mindfulness and focus. In meditation, one focuses on breathing. In prayer, one focuses on words spoken to God or a higher power one believes in. Both anchor the mind, preventing it from being swept away by chaotic thoughts. Stress relief. Meditation lowers heart rate, blood pressure, and stress hormones. Prayer achieves similar effects, inducing deep relaxation. Inner healing. Meditation teaches observing and accepting emotions. Prayer teaches expressing, confiding, and letting go. Both aim to liberate the soul. While similar to meditation in many ways, prayer carries a unique spiritual dimension. Dialogue, not monologue. Meditation focuses inward, while prayer reaches out to a higher power. This connection reduces loneliness and provides a sense of support. Letting go, not controlling. Meditation helps observe thoughts to manage them, but prayer allows us to release burdens to a higher power, creating profound relief. Love and faith. Prayer seeks not only peace, but also love, forgiveness, and hope, a powerful spiritual energy not always found in pure meditation. Neuroscientists studying prayer have found that the prefrontal cortex, focus and emotional control, activates, reducing mental distraction. The amygdala, fear center, calms, easing stress responses. The parietal lobe, linked to the sense of self and spatial orientation, reduces activity here, creating a sense of losing the self and merging with a greater reality. In essence, prayer shifts the brain from panic to peace.